Hadgen, Quigg, Cather and Bell were hailed as heroes by Ulster Unionists. But in Ireland, not every VC winner was remembered in the same way. Thomas Hughes also attacked Guillemont on the 3rd of September. He too won the VC, but over the years, his story was forgotten. Thomas was from farmland near Castleblayney in County Monaghan, a town that would soon end up on the south side of Ireland's new border.
Like, no British soldier was mentioned in around this area anyway. We're 3 or 4 miles here from Crossmaglen, and South Armagh, and you didn't dare mention any member of your family being near the British Army.
Politics meant Thomas Hughes' story was forgotten. And it's only now that his family is piecing his life together.
In 1901 census, he was 16, working in Kerry's as a farmhand. Yeah. So that made up for what he was. So he obviously, he worked from a young age, and it was hard, like.
In 1915, Thomas was 29 and out of work. So he seized the chance of a decent wage by signing up as a private with the 6th Connaught Rangers. He more than earned his pay when, on the 3rd of September, he attacked Guillemont with the rest of the 16th Irish.
When the Connaughts actually get into Guillemont, they realise that the commanding officer whom they love, Lieutenant Colonel Jack Lennox Cunningham, has been killed. It enrages them, and they push on, even though we're not supposed to. And Hughes is one of the men who does that as well.
In the charge, Thomas was hit. Somehow, he made it to a field dressing station, but refused to stay there. Instead, he insisted on returning to the fight.
He's obviously walking wounded, but he decides, no, that's where I should be. I should be there at Guillemont. I'm not that badly wounded that I can't take part in this. And luckily for the 6th Connaughts, he does go back.
Thomas knew his comrades were at the mercy of a deadly weapon.
The threat that Thomas manages to spy is the MG08 machine gun, which is a devastating weapon, which is cutting down the Connaughts, cutting down the Leinsters, cutting down the first waves of the 16th Irish.
Like tens of thousands of other men in the Somme, Thomas's comrades were being annihilated by the German machine gun. He knew he needed to disable it. It meant risking his life, and he was already injured. But Thomas didn't hesitate. He dashed out in front of his company, shot the gunner, and captured the gun.
And as he says, he shoots the 4 chaps, and that's how he manages to spring the surprise on them, kills them, captures the gun, and takes prisoners at the same time.
The 16th Irish poured into Guillemont and seized the town. Thomas Hughes won the Somme's 33rd Victoria Cross, but at huge personal sacrifice. He had been shot in the legs and never walked properly again. In 1917, he was welcomed back to his hometown of Castleblayney as a hero.
It seems like the whole town wanted to turn out to celebrate their local hero, the return of the native son. Judges, doctors, everybody with any sort of letters after their name seems to have come out. I don't think the fanfare lasted very long afterwards, once the initial euphoria had died down.
By 1921, Ireland was partitioned, and the Monaghan hero of the British Army now found himself living in the new Irish Free State, where attitudes to war veterans changed dramatically.
Because he had taken a king's shilling, as everyone called it, he would have been seen as one of the enemy. And it just showed how the community feeling had turned from 1917, the hero, 1940, whatever, the enemy.
Thomas spent the rest of his life in and out of the workhouse. After he died, his sister was forced by her own poverty to sell his war medals. And the only memory of Thomas left in Monaghan was a gravestone erected by the Royal British Legion. Today, attitudes to Ireland's great war heritage have softened, and Thomas Hughes' family are now learning about his Somme story for the very first time.
I went to France on the bike last September and into Belgium, you know, and just went to Guillemont where Zach was, and it was nice to go in. It was just nice to be where he fought, you know, and something I always wanted to do, so got to do it last year.
Just look at him here, he's smiling, he's happy, even though he's wounded. And I think he just wanted to get on with life. And it is sad the way that life hit back at him afterwards. It's not fair.
It's not just Thomas Hughes, like, you know, there's a lot of Castleblayney, a lot of local men went, and you'd like to see them all remembered, you know.
How many of these medals have been won? Not too many. They're few and far between. And, you know, all I can say is I'm proud to be related. Well done, Thomas.
Thomas Hughes, John Holland, and the 16th Irish Division left Guillemont in Allied hands. And the British front advanced by 4,500 yards at a massive cost. 4,000 lives. But it broke the stalemate. 15th of September, day 77.